Happy 21st birthday to Super Rugby, and the opening game of the 2016 season in Australia is at GIO Stadium in Canberra. The home team, the Brumbies, taking on the Hurricanes. It's a rematch of their semi-final clash from last year, and the visitors are without their season captain, Dane Cole. So number 2, Lenny Apasai, the 20-year-old, is on debut at hooker, and not a bad back three though in that forward pack, with Shields, one of their more experienced players, Adi Savia back from sevens duty, and Victor Vito, 33 tests for the All Blacks. They'll be a real handful at the breakdown. And number 9 and 10, TJ Perenara and Bowden Barrett, most capped 9 and 10 combination in Super Rugby in 2016, but they have a couple of rookies outside them in 12, Nani Laumapi, and 13, Vince Aso, both on debut. The captain for this match is TJ Perenara, and the coach is Chris Boyd. Well, for the Brumbies, a more familiar look, I guess, with the exception of number 1, Alan Ella Toa. It's his first start at home, just 22 years of age, so he gets the start, and Scott Seo, the Wallaby, is on the bench. A huge night for Stephen Moore. It is his 150th game of Super Rugby. What a milestone for him. Fardy is there, so too David Pocock in jerseys 6 and 7. Another debutant in this match is number 9, Thomas Cabelli, 45 tests for Argentina. The co-captains are Christian Leofano and Stephen Moore, and the coach is Stephen Larkham. We're just about set. 11 Wallabies, 1 Puma, 3 debutants in the Brumby squad. And season 21 of Super Rugby is underway in Australia. And Spate couldn't control that one. He was under all sorts of pressure in the air, almost right in front of Rod Kafer. Let's go sideline.
It was clearly not a great start from Henry. Beautiful night. There's the option here for the Hurricanes to choose scrum or line out, and they take the line out. It's a perfect night for rugby. A little bit of breeze, if anything, just favouring the Hurricanes, so they'll look to take advantage of that. Is swirling a bit.
So the new hooker is Lenny Apasai, replacing season captain Dane Coles, just 20 years of age, and he finds the target first up. So Perenara out to Barrett, looking for runners in midfield, and very good field position early on for the Hurricanes. Now it goes out to Shields, who's taken on the 22. Was that a slight little knock on? It was.
Gee, what about Vince Aso smashing onto the ball end? He is going to be a handful for a bunch of people this year. Very solid number 13. There's the little knock there.
Yeah, unfortunate for TJ Perenara. You always like in the first couple of minutes of the game to just find your rhythm, no matter what position you're playing. If you're a halfback, you want to get your first couple of passes clear and clean, given away. First scrum, Kernsey, and a lot about Alan Alalatoa at loose head prop for the Brumbies. The guys really think he's had amazing pre-season form.
Gee, just watching him warm up. Gee, big and strong.
We're about to see Thomas Cabelli, the 26-year-old, on debut for the Brumbies, but 45 test caps for Argentina, the man from Buenos Aires.
Space between shoulders on bind, both teams. Yeah, you've got a hole, and yeah, I'm happy with it.
Cabelli started in 18 of his 45 tests.
Bind! Pre-engaged, blue tight head.
Oh, that's a mess for the Brumbies there.
Okay.
They're taking another scrum.
Hang on. Yeah, you told me you wanted it. Give it to me. Yeah. Let's go, Marks, mate. Gold.
How's your pre-season, Rod Kafer?
Oh, it's been not too bad, Philip. For the first time in a long time, and came back from the World Cup a little bit heavy at the end of last year, as you can imagine. A diet of beer and pizza can do that to you. I had to work hard in the off-season to get myself into this trim condition that I am now, Philip. You'll appreciate it. How about you?
Fit as a fiddle.
TJ Perenara back to the real rugby. Vito and Perenara. Savia taken by Leofano. Shields. The arm goes out. Advantage being played for the Hurricanes, who are in a real hurry here. Thompson.
13-6 offside.
And Perenara points to the sticks immediately.
Julian Sevilla just not able to get around the corner and run straight there. It was easy to pick off because he was running sideways. Still, I'd rather it was not me tackling him.
There he is there at number 11.
Clarkie certainly hasn't got any smaller in his off-season either. He
program lists him at 103 kgs.
Rubbish.
He's got a bit more on him. He's got a little bit more timber on him at the moment, but expect to see him trim up. Those shorts are pretty tight at the moment. I know that feeling.
Beauden Barrett, 24 years of age, 715 points for the Hurricanes and counting. His career average is 72% with his goal kicking, and he just stabs it down the middle. So first points of 2016 for the Hurricanes off the boot of Barrett. And the visitors lead by 3 points to 0.
What about you, Clarkie? You had a good off-season? You've been training?
Very good indeed. I've been on the 7 circuit.
Yeah. You'd be super fit.
Are they the smaller glasses, Clarkie?
Oh, my goodness, I walked into that one.
Oh, Brumbies are way offside there at kickoff.
Plenty of hang time, and it's there for the Hurricanes. So the Brumbies unable to get any possession so far. And Barrett, cut out pass, bringing Milner Scudder into the action. Taken there by Kurandrani.
13 roll.
Penalty. Second one against the Brumbies.
Out of there.
So, Kaif, last year the Brumbies' secret weapon was the rolling maul. Got a lot of tries from that. You'd have some insight. Have they got another secret weapon this year?
Not sure until we see them play. There's been a lot of talk about how they want to improve their attacking game. We haven't had the chance to see any of it. Beauden Barrett doesn't find touch. Christian Lealiafano will go long.
Longish.
Kicking into the breeze, had to keep it low. But there's been a lot of talk about the way they're going to attack. I've noticed early on, Brumbies are very disciplined in their defensive line, not so good around the ruck. They're
too slow, you join, please.
They're literally standing a metre off the offside line to probably not give away any penalties. You can see that last year, Hurricanes favouring the middle and front, go to the front again.
So more possession here for the Hurricanes. Yeah, to the right they go, and Shields can't find a way through. Taken low by Moore. Perenara playing at a really fast pace. Jane went to ground. Barrett. Savia goes in and rips it away, gives it to Barrett. Now Savia, this is Julian, up to the 22 and over it. Barrett, Victor Vito taken there by Carter, but it's still there. Good quick ball for the Hurricanes, then Barrett puts it on the toe, and finally the Brumbies got their hands on it, and then they gave it away again. Stealing it there was Nalmapi. Barrett out the back door. The tackle from Arnold on the Scudder, and in pretty high. Taking ball at all.
That hurt him too, on the Scudder. Back up though.
Abbott, 25 out.
Turnover.
Finally.
Scott Fardy on the ball.
Toa got it across now. Pocock to Tamani.
There's a hole.
Joe Tamani! Where's the support? It's Stephen Moore running onto it. The co-captain in his 150th. Switcher play now. Toa. Lealiafano. Via. Into Via. Back on the inside. Carter. Better stuff from the Brumbies. Amazing what a bit of possession does for a team. Oh, and more. Slight fumble. Wrapped up ball and all by Thompson. Quick hands. Tamani back into Tamura. Did well to stay in the field of play.
Yeah, brilliant backing up from Tamura.
Leofano. Alatoa. Straight into Adi Savia. Cavalli taken by Savia. That was good pressure, but he's given the penalty to the Brumbies, and it's pretty much right in front.
Beautiful stuff.
Was it? Okay, sorry, 7. Never onside to start with.
He's got Adi Savia for never being onside. Jeez, it was a close run thing. Thomas Cabelli, with the way rucks are for scrum halves, if you don't form a big enough one, can get away from some lovely offloads. Real great option here from Steve Moore. He thought about the one-handed over the top. Kearnsey was hoping he was going to throw it, but kept hold of it. Nice carry. He just watch Adi Savia gets up. Is he onside there? Jeez, he's close. He's really close to being onside.
170 points for the Brumbies last year, Christian Leofano. His career average is 70%, and the radar is working early on. So we're locked up in Canberra, GIO Stadium. It is 3 apiece, Brumbies and Hurricanes, and what an entertaining opening to this match. They've come to play.
You mentioned Thomas Cabelli, Kearnsey, but the Argentinian team played with unbelievable pace at the World Cup. I think he'll be fine with this stuff.
Barrett kicking off. Down to Spate. Takes it this time. Fardy went in pretty high, but now he works his way to the ground, lays it back. Here's Arnold, and out the back it goes. Leofano floating one over to Toa on debut, and he pops it out to Pocock, who couldn't link up there with Tamani on the left wing.
Okay. He's lost forward, then into touch option. Line out or scrum. Okay. Scrum lost forward off a gold hand making the tackle.
Righto, so it's going to be a put into the scrum for the Brumbies. These two teams have played 21 times. The Brumbies have won 12. The Canes 9. In Canberra, it's the Brumbies 4 and the Hurricanes.
Yep,
sorry, the Brumbies 7, the Hurricanes 4. Last time they met was the semi-final in 2015 in Wellington, and the Hurricanes won 29-9. First time in many years that the Brumbies failed to score against the Hurricanes. First time in 20 matches, in fact, 21 matches.
Oh, Brumbies ball stuck there. Good scrum from the Hurricanes. Really good scrum.
Terrific work by the Hurricanes pack there.
Good pressure from their pack, and Stephen Moore not able to get a clean strike back.
Barrett putting it on the toe. And Toa onto the left foot. He's outside the 22, and he bangs it into touch on the full. Aidan Toa, born in Papua New Guinea, had a stint with Agen in France. Played for the Australian schools, Australian under-20s, Australian sevens, but he's been hampered by some injury. Former Queensland Red, given an opportunity by Stephen Larkham in the nation's capital. Got attacking opportunity here, and a good line out down to Perinara and Barrett. Salvia, they were waiting for him. Good tackle by the little man, Cabelli.
Knock back.
Knocked back that time, and Perinara gets up and goes again, and then pops one out to Savia, Adi Savia. And good work from Tumungarel in the front row to keep it alive as well. Now it's the young hooker, Lenny Apasai. They work to that right-hand side through Vince Arso on debut. Big shoes to fill, those of Conrad Smith. Reggie Goods. And losing it. And back to Cabelli, who kicks long.
Nice kick.
It's going to stay in the field of play.
Carry back.
And well, let's go to back. It goes to Barrett. Terrific broken field runner. Jane gave it over to Brad Shields on the right wing. Wide ball. Milner Scudder, he floats it even wider ball over and out through the hands of Savia. Couldn't control it.
It's the great thing about these New Zealand sides. They don't just take the easy option. The easy option there was just to kick it out. Bowden Barrett could have gained plenty of territory, but they want to run. They're happy to work for their tries, go wide, trust their skills.
6.
Very dangerous coming out of that scenario where if you switch on and off in defence, Hurricanes have the capability to hurt you. Brumbies favouring the back and middle of the line out.
Went backwards off Carter into the hands of Alatoa, and now it's Arnold. So what can the Brumbies do? Idabaya up towards the 22. Tamua wrapped up by Goods. Vaya wants another carry. A little flat-footed on that occasion, though. An easy target.
More depth here.
Lealiafano showing and then giving it back on the inside to Big Ben Alexander. He's 10 metres out. Cabelli having a run. Wrapped up by Victor Vito. Karandrani, pick and go from the back of the scrum. Did he get it down? Try to the Brumbies. First try of the 2016 season for the home team goes to Vita Karandrani. 13th try. It's Super Rugby.
Well, as they got a little more depth, they also got straighter. And that's what created the opportunity there. As Davida Karandrani blows the whistle, just pummels his way through, about 106, 107 kilos and fit.
50 medal, mate.
Over Milner Scudder. Tries to fling him to the ground, but good stuff from the Brumbies cave.
Lealiafano. Can he add the extras? Yes, he can. Beautiful strike. So it is 10 points to 3. It is the Brumbies over the Hurricanes as Stephen Larkin and his assistant Dan McCullough looks on.
Seems to have changed his kicking style, Christian Lealiafano. You might remember he had that massive hook on his kick before. That was really straight.
So the first try of the match, and a reminder that there's no more 4-try bonus points. To pick up a bonus point, you have to score 3 or more tries than the opposition. That's the new rule in 2016. You still pick up a bonus point for finishing within 7 of your opponent. And through the hands it goes again, and Pocock's having a run over on the left flank.
This has been a little wider in attack as Pocock. A couple of times he's been out there on that left wing.
Carried back into the 22, and Toa goes high off the left boot. And Jane can't control it.
Knocked on by Gold, then by Blue.
Corey Jane. So much experience. It's his 95th game of Super Rugby, 53 tests.
I think it's the only time I've ever seen him drop a bomb.
I remember him in the 2011 Rugby World Cup. He was so solid under the high ball and not the tallest of wingers either. Great to see him out there. He's had shocking luck with injury in recent years. Didn't quite get back in time to force his way into Rugby World Cup 2015 in the UK. Whoa, 18 minutes gone. Cracking pace in Canberra.
Kenji, these scrums are a mess because of this pre-engagement. Both teams too tight. They need to leave a gap so that they can engage, get a hit on, and be stable.
Let's go, Mark's made. Stability, both teams.
Yeah, a bit of a hit enables you to lock the scrum down.
A little bit, please. Let's go. I understand, as long as we get the gap. Let's go. We go. Crouch.
Great advantage line stats from the Brumbies.
Set.
Better strike from Stephen Moore.
Advantage being played. Need a Vaya off the back. Leali'ifano and Tamua kicking across field for Spake to chase, and it's out on the full, so he was playing a very long advantage there.
Tight head side.
Infringement at the scrum, so we'll come back for a penalty to the Brumbies.
Goal shearing out, not pushing straight, tight head side.
Interesting option, Matt Tamua. I think recognising one area of Julian Savia's game that is potentially a weakness is that turning back around and chasing. And Henry Spake on the right wing, really fleet-footed winger, as we know. Poor execution from Tamua, but probably a little bit of a tactic there. They've probably seen Julian, who's come in a little bit heavier than what they're used to seeing him, and thought the more work they can put down his wing, the better. The danger, of course, is when he gets the ball, he can really, really punish teams.
Line out 25 metres out as Sevilla gets set in defence.
6+. Time off, no ball.
Having a bit of trouble retrieving the ball. Stephen Moore. 103rd game for the Brumbies. 47 for the Reds, and he's signed for the Queensland Reds next year, so he's determined to leave the nation's capital with another title.
Good pick up from Leali'ifano.
Corbelli floats one over and snatched out of the air by Carter. Corbelli via, and Savia raced up and lost forward by the Hurricanes.
The Hurricanes back row making some really punishing tackles.
Fardy goes to ground.
He's now 7. One. Use now. Up.
Corbelli. Leali'ifano, inside ball. Goes to ground, and there was a real collision there.
Blue, then by goal.
Matt Tamua.
Knock on the jaw by the looks of things.
5. Time off.
Nice idea. Brumbies just looking at that inside runner. It's a head clash for Matt Tamua.
When your players. Time on.
10-3, Brumbies over the Hurricanes.
Goal ball.
21 and a half gone in the first half.
Stay straight.
Hurricanes on a 3-game winning streak in Australia. The last time they won 4 here was 2008 to 2010.
Fine. Set.
Coming off that 74-7 win in their final trial against the Crusaders. Hurricanes 30 metres out, and they get the penalty. Relieving penalty.
David Pocock thought he had the steal there.
Don't run an interference line there.
Andrew Lee's picking up on one of the great skills of TJ Perinara. When I watch video of him playing the game, he'll pass the ball and then he heads downfield, gets in front of the ball as a support player, because he often ducks up and scores tries on the end of a support line. One of the most prolific try-scoring halfbacks in the competition last year. Runs great support lines, anticipates the play so well.
Perinara scored 11 tries in 2015, which is a Super Rugby record for a scrum half. So Shields out the back. Very busy in midfield there, but they manage to go to ground and they get the penalty.
There's no clear release there. Time off. There's no clear release there. Your issues now.
Release the ball on the ground, though, surely.
There's no clear release from your tackle assist there. The issue you have now is your accuracy at the breakdown's not there and you're giving away too many penalties.
Okay.
Because whenever you don't have the ball, that's the trend that's coming at the tackle. More accurate.
Yeah, gotcha.
A pretty good clear instruction from Andrew Lees, and he's right. Brumbies do compete for the ball, and the referees have been instructed that they want to see the opportunity for teams to attack. They want attacking players. Christian Lealiifano never released the ball, was immediately on the ball as the player hit the ground and had to release, didn't release. Absolutely correct penalty.
Yeah, spot on from Andrew Lees. And one from in front now for Beauden Barrett. He's pushed that one out to the right. It remains 10-3.
He's on the ball the whole way down and he hasn't released.
Led off for the Brumbies.
Drop blue. All right, let's go blue.
Tabua. It's pretty long. Down to Barrett. Milner's scud up. Quick hands there from Thompson to Abbott. Perenara and Barrett. Ball pass. Good pick up though.
7. Thanks, mate.
Abbott. Barrett, good hands, Artie Savia, who straightens. Got up and went again.
Julian Savia just lurking in the background, looking for the ball.
Penalty.
The next one goes. You had, that's tackle assist with, listen, there's tackle assist with no clearance. The next one goes. I can't see that, so it's not a release. Understood? It's got to be visible.
Real problems coming up maybe for the Brumbies. Final warning.
Again, right decision. David Pocock probably should be in the bin. There was a warning, and then immediately the next penalty is the same one. And David Pocock gives it away. It's obvious that the Brumbies need to adjust their strategy. This is what you need to do, captain and a team, is to just make that adjustment as you feel what the referee wants in the course of a match. They know now what Andrew Lees is after.
Yeah, 5 penalties conceded already by the Brumbies.
Stephen Moore needs to have a chat to the rest of the team. I'm sure they're still a little confused what it's about. Good win off the top.
So Barrett. Good strong run from Nandi Lamaki. And they steal it legally this time. And Moore gives it out now to Spade, who kicks long. And that one is going to stay in the field of play. Barrett has to take it back, and he's claimed there, so it's going to be a 5-metre scrum. Brumbies put in.
Gee, Henry Spade turned that into a good kick.
Well, when you kick it yourself and you're thinking, oh, goodness me, it's gone a bit long, he has absolutely motored. Fair play to Henry. Beauden Barrett had no other option except to ground the ball, carried across. Henry's put the Brumbies right in a try-scoring opportunity, 5-metre scrum. Scrum hasn't been good enough to probably think about driving the opposition over. But there's a back line with some pretty potent runners in it looking for their opportunity.
Now the Hurricane scrum's been very confident tonight. Brumbies get some momentum there. They're still in more good strike.
There's the shove coming from the Hurricanes, but it's there for the Brumbies and Cabelli. Thomas Cabelli scores on debut for the Brumbies. The gap opened up for the Argentinian import. 15 points to 3.
Yeah, as the defending side, the Hurricanes, they'd be hating that moment, not just because Cabelli scored, but they were dominant at that scrum.
The guy is on during the tackle process and not getting off. But your cumulative penalties at the tackle is an issue.
The referee still talking to Stephen Moore. You see the Hurricanes starting to get the shove on in the end. Oh, I hope the Brumbies took it around the corner beautifully.
Yeah, they scrummaged well, got that. Alan Alaalatoa on the loose head side did a great job. Ball spits out. Nothing you can do in that situation. You just got to get lucky and hope that somehow the defending team can get a foot on the ball or kick it away. And it comes out like that. Cabelli does well. Good finish, good try.
Yeah, Perenara just headed straight off to get to Christian Lealiifano.
And he's nailed it again.
There's obviously been a lot of work going into that kicking in the off-season.
No, I see that, and I totally understand where you're coming from.
"29 minutes gone. 2 tries to none. The Brumbies making the most of their opportunities. Hurricanes have had plenty of field position. They had about 66% of possession in last year's semi-final when they beat the Brumbies. Inovaya. Toa goes high. Pretty long this time. Bringing Barrett forward. And he hands it off to Milner Scudder, who hasn't had an opportunity to show us any of that fancy footwork. Jane through the hands it goes to Mapi onto Aso. Kimunga Allen, and just holding on to there was Abbott.
Gee, the Brumbies' defence is very, very good.
It was the best defence of 2015 in Super Rugby, and the Hurricanes had the best attack. So, great matchup in round 1 in 2016. Quick hands. Vito getting it away to Apasai. Keep working that short channel, and racing up there was Tavita Kurandrani, but they release it. And Barrett tries to find a hole, then he ran into big Rory Arnold right on halfway.
They've been going backwards, the Hurricanes. Not now.
Milner Scudder, and just lost his footing after finding some space.
Hold on, sorry. Shouldn't have talked.
And Cabelli bangs one over the top, and again Spade is chasing. This one is going to go into the end goal, and so we'll come back to the 22. Milner Scudder just a little ginger there after falling awkwardly, maybe.
He sort of landed hard on his shoulder. He was through that hole, just, couldn't get his footing, came down hard on the shoulder. Brumbies' defence just relentless, and his knee.
Sorry.
Spade takes it. 10-metre mark. Hurricanes territory. Cabelli, Lealiifano, and Alaalatoa in midfield, and couldn't control it. A little disappointed with himself.
Great pressure from Adi Savia, really trying to make a difference. There he is talking to his team. It was his line speed that generated that turnover. Isolated Alaalatoa, knew that it was going to him. Really put the pressure on.
Space
now
between shoulders, both teams.
The Hurricanes get an opportunity. Centrefield scrum, they can think about how they bring their key strike men into the game. So much pressure typically comes down the left side of the field through Savia's wing. He loves this left 5-metre channel. You haven't seen anything of him.
There he is. And now the penalty goes against the Hurricanes.
3 laid out.
Against Jeff Tumunga Allen in the front row.
Laid out.
One test for the All Blacks against the Japanese in 2013.
Okay, good. Shot, okay. Shot.
Co-captains Moore and Lealiofano point to the sticks, up by 17 points to 3.
It's a big kick for Christian. This is really on the edge of his range. He was half saying, no, let's kick to touch. Steve Moore said, I want points. He's got some breeze behind him, but this will be on the edge of his range.
Time on.
He has struck them beautifully so far.
Because he's always had, you mentioned he's always had this little draw, but as the ball flight goes, it's really interesting. His ball does draw a bit, and then it goes back to the right. Just watch it through the air. Hopefully he'll execute it perfectly for me. There'll be a little bit of draw, and then it starts to fade midway through the flight.
From about 45 metres out, distance is not a problem, but the direction is, so
22.
It remains 17 points to 3.
Well, certainly distance was not an issue. He's striking it nicely. Just seemed much more fluid than the troubles he had last year.
Lealiofano giving it to Idabaya. 10-metre mark. And stolen. Terrific work. Thompson up towards halfway. Shields avoids the attempted tackle of Carter, but he makes it to the halfway before being dragged down. Now it's Abbott. Oh, and just a slight fumble there.
Knock on.
And Lenny Apasai, the 20-year-old replacement hooker, comes up with the error.
When you watch the Brumbies, watch the work that Scott Fardy does in defence. Leads the line up just about every time
Just get me a 2.
the Brumbies set. He comes, no matter where he is, he's the guy who's working really, really hard, really driving that
Feet up,
defence.
please. Shoulders up, 1. Stay straight.
Such a high work
Straighten up,
rate.
please. That's not straight.
Look very fit, the Brumbies, Kearnsey, don't they? Everyone's lean and hard.
Straighten up, please. Let's set up.
They do. There's not a lot of fat going on there.
Let's go.
They look big too, Kaif, I must say. Not just fit, they look big.
Joe Tamani,
Thank you, 1.
career high 8 tries last season in Super Rugby. Most metres and line breaks and tackle bus for the Brumbies as well in 2015.
Set.
Cavalli puts it in. Moore gets a foot to it. Here's the drive from the Brumbies. There's the arm going out. It's a penalty.
3 collapse. 3
Well, what
angle
does
and
Stephen
collapse.
Moore and Lealiofano do with this one? They're a few metres closer to the post if they want to have another shot.
Scott Fardy mentioning to the referee that it's the same player, Jeffrey Tumunga-Allen, that's transgressed, sorry. And he's Jeffrey got up and walked straight back. He knew he'd done wrong.
What been made of this new line-out driving law? The Brumbies so proficient last year when close to the line in this situation. David Pocock off in the insert 6-man line-out. They're going the same line-out again.
6 plus 1.
Pocock will be the insert standing at half-back. Obviously now you can't slide back, you've got to pass the ball back. Let's see how the Brumbies do it.
Goes to the front. Stephen Moore inside. Pocock try. Caught them napping. Brilliant work. Oh, wonderful stuff from the Brumbies, and aren't they happy?
Oh, that was lovely. That was lovely. And a lovely ball from Stephen Moore back inside of David Pocock. The pass under pressure. There are other players there.
Pre-called, I reckon, that one, Kearnsey.
Yeah.
They roll that into Vaya. He always knew it was coming. Great little ball. Stephen Moore unselfishly gets it to Pocock. Scored all those tries last year from driving balls. Now it's a running play off the ball. They're all aware Poey's so quick to get there. It tells me it was pre-called, pre-planned. And they've done it really well.
And unselfish from Stephen Moore as well. He could have thrown a little dummy and probably gone for the corner and scored that.
So David Pocock, 8 tries in 2015, already 1 try in 2016. He got 2 hat-tricks last year, in fact. This week he was named the Sports Personality of the Year at the AIS Sport Performance Awards in Australia. Finalist World Rugby Player of the Year last year. And this one's going to hold its line. And there it is, Rod Kay for that kick. Just drifting back to the right at the end. And it is 24 points to 3. Brumbies over Hurricanes.
And Brumbies currently with a bonus point, Clarkie.
Well, they
3 tries ahead
3
of
in
their
front.
opposition.
If they stay that way, Philip.
Yes, correct.
So now, they're 25 out from their own line, the Brumbies. And the Hurricanes really need some possession here and some points before the break. Toa, a steady debut at fullback for the Brumbies. Oh, and Corey Jane there, driven back in the tackle. And
really good for Noah Toa then. I think it was him that rushed up in defence, made the tackle.
throwing the dummy and then having a crack is Blade Thompson. It goes back for Shields to clean up. It comes back for the Brumbies now. Cabelli, oh, it's been knocked forward. Knocked on, and so Stephen Moore. Lealiafato. Pocock putting on some footwork and charging back into the traffic, and then he offloads again to Arnold, and Arnold is going to run into Tumonga Allen up towards the 22. Toa Kurandrani can't find a way through. Cabelli. Now Alexander. Lealiafato. Ella Toa. Coming back for Cabelli. Half-time siren sounds in the background as Edith Vire picks up some metres over the advantage line. He goes. Now it's Stephen Moore. Busy first half for the man playing his 150th tonight. Second Brumby.
There should be a penalty there, I'd say. Bowden Barrett, lucky to get away with that.
And Julian Sevilla fell awkwardly. And the Brumbies might steal this again. No, Baranara says, I think we've had enough. Into touch we go. What an interesting first half. Super Rugby, good to see it back in 2016.
Yeah, understand what you're saying.
I know what they're trying to get out, but it's just coming into the outside.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, mate. Just quickly.
3 tries to none. Kurandrani, Cabelli and Pocock for the Brumbies.
Rather than change angle and lose that back. Just a bit more fight.
Just had one penalty to Barrett for the Hurricanes. They led 3-0, and after that, they conceded 24 unanswered points. 24-3, Brumbies over the Hurricanes. So it is Tamua kicking off in the second half, and I do notice one replacement out there, another debutant for the Brumbies, Big Leslie Leilua Ialihi Macon. He's in jersey number 18. So a change in the front row at half-time. Back in the pocket now is Barrett. He bangs it into touch. And it's going to be a line out on the 10-metre mark. The Canes held trialists in the first half just twice last year. They went on to win both of them. There's the debutant there, Leslie. And one of the best names in Super Rugby, Leilua Iali'i Macon. Had a very good National Rugby Championship.
Just Les to his mates.
Yeah, I want Les. Ben Alexander's come off the field.
So now hitting up in midfield is Tavita Kurandrani. Cabelli gets it out to Carter, a good carry. Pick and go here. Ida Vaya running into the 13, Vidzaso. Cabelli. Try and hold him up. Not coming out of there, so good work by the Hurricanes there.
Yeah, they held him up high.
On that occasion, no.
Cabell's pretty messy at the back of that breakdown.
Him in. They got a dominance on him, tried to clear it. Marks, mate, gents, let's go.
Yeah, see how messy it was there. Corey Jane got hold of Cabelli and able to hold him up. with Apasai.
Just see Rory Arnold there in the front of that shot, just to the left of it. Tweaks his knee.
Oh, thank you.
Coming to that ruck.
And two new props for the Brumbies, Scott CO and also Leo Lealihi. We'll have another reset here.
Hey, listen, I hadn't told him to feed.
Just going back to TJ Perenara, the scrum half and tonight's captain for the Hurricanes.
If he goes and waits, I'll deal with it.
5 tries in the past 4 games against the Brumbies. And those 11 tries last year for the Hurricanes, a record for a scrum half.
This side, props up.
But he hasn't been able to get his meat pie so far tonight.
Oh, I understand. Crouch. Fine. Set.
Hurricanes have to play it.
Straight through, playing the halfback.
Yeah, it's very tempting. Anytime you can get your hands on a halfback and give him a clobbering, it's very tempting.
He was looking, Jordan Smiler, then for the clean out. He was trying to come through the middle of that ruck to counter ruck, and there was no one in front of him. He just went straight into TJ Perenara. Quite legal, could have stepped over and probably picked the ball up. Ball was at the back of the ruck available.
So the Hurricanes with some work to do in the second half, and we know that they've got the capability, but that time the ball was behind Milner-Skudder, and if you want someone running onto the ball, it's Nehi Milner-Skudder.
They look like they're trying to pick the pace of the game up, the Hurricanes then. Just get it off the top a little bit quicker, execute a little bit quicker.
Just not going their way. They're not able to get any momentum. Their gain line abilities poor at phase play. The Brumbies are comfortable with that. There we see the example of this transfer of the ball. It used to be David Pocock on the end. Now it's Stephen Moore, and the Brumbies are marching it forward.
Wow, what about the meters gained there? And now can they finish something off? Picked up by Spade.
Oh,
Still going. Spade is pulled down about 2 metres out. They need a quick release. Cabelli, Lealihi dummies, puts the head down. Centimetres out. Now they're over!
Oh, that is a super try in Super Rugby. That was brilliant.
Scott Fardy gets his first for the season.
Magnificent execution of that rolling maul. Just beautifully transferred to the back. And then Cabelli cut away. Spate, I thought he'd blown it and should have gone wide earlier, but look at the way he stays on his feet. His balance is extraordinary. And then the players come in to support. Tamua, the first one there. And then Cabelli gets the ball out wide. Christian Lealihi thought he might be able to dummy and sneak his way through. But you see Scott Fardy in the headgear. He picks it up, rolls over, slams it down.
It's been the Brumbies' best for mine tonight. Scott Fardy's worked incredibly hard off the ball. Picks the ball up here, a little bit of a commando roll, and in he goes.
And now Lealihi. There's another one down the middle. So 4 conversions, 1 penalty, just the one missed tonight, long range miss.
Here's the rollover and slammed down. Oh. Should we have gone upstairs and had a look at that?
Well, there's a bit of daylight.
Well, it's there for the Brumbies again from the kick-off. Cabelli could pick up there. CO, handy replacement to come off the bench, Scott CO.
Showed a nice little bit of footwork there too. Box kick for the first time tonight, I think, from Cabelli.
And everyone missed it initially. And so Cabelli now gives it out to Tamua, who kicks. Open space. Savia will leave it for Milner Scudder.
Oh, look out.
Milner Scudder. So dangerous. Nobody in front of Nani Lamapi. The man on debut has got a try. A sensational try for the Hurricanes. New Zealand schoolboy representative had a stint with the Warriors in the NRL. No Ma'anonu.
Wow.
And some big shoes to fill, but he'll get a bit of confidence out of that one. And I wonder if the Brumbies are going to kick open again with Milner Scudder at the back.
Oh, you've always got to be careful if you're going to kick to Nahi Milner Scudder. Look at the pace, the change of pace in between. I think it was Liliafano and Samua chasing through there. Itavaya, there's no way he was going to be able to chase and catch. Joe Tamani tried hard, but wow, look at that. Just great speed, great footwork. He knew where the support was coming from. Great try, Hurricanes.
Good finish in the end. Had to work hard, but one of the criticisms in Matt Tamua's game years ago was that his option taking when particularly kicking the ball short was poor. And he had a situation there, ball on halfway, broken field play, could have just stepped off the right foot, taken it into contact and regenerated possession. Poor kick into open space leads to a try against one of the best counter-attacking teams in the competition.
Barrett from out wide. It's over. So, 31 points to 10.
A couple of changes to the Hurricanes as well. 3 changes they've made. Let's see if Fafita's on.
As Chris Boyd looks on, he'll be a lot happier now that they've managed to pick up their first try. Still a long way to go in this one.
14.
Try scorer, Mapi.
Eight's all over it, mate.
Not coming out of there, so we'll have a scrum and the Hurricanes will go the put in.
Forward. Mark. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Time off. 8 sub. TJ.
Riccatelli on it. Hooker.
Look, I'm hearing what you're saying. You've got to clean him out and then lay on top of your own ball. I'm not going to deal with that. If he stays there, certainly.
The treatment here for Scott Fardy, try scorer in the second half.
Right, that's what they're telling us.
So some fresh legs in the forward pack for the Hurricanes. Chris Eves in 17, Ryan Fafita in 19. And Riccatelli, 21 years of age, the new hooker, South African born, on debut for the Hurricanes. Not sure how long Dave Coles, the 2016 captain, is out for with that calf injury.
Crouch.
Hurricanes play the Highlanders in the rematch of last year's final. That's next week. The Brumbies have a home game again against the old rivals, the Waratahs. And here's the penalty to the Brumbies.
Sorry, 3. Tight head collapse, sorry.
Yeah, Chris Eves folded under. You could see that pretty clearly.
17.
Not worrying about going for goal. They want tries. They want to maintain that bonus point.
Just joined us, Rod, excuse me, the teams to pick up a bonus point now have to score 3 or more tries than the opposition. No longer do we have the 4-try bonus point.
Like, it will be a real feature. It'll lessen the number of bonus points that we see in the competition, so bonus points become really, really important.
Stephen Moore, can he find the target? Yes, he finds Smiler. And advantage is being played for the Brumbies. No need to panic here. They start to rumble and they start to sprint on. And Stephen Moore in his 150th game of Super Rugby is over.
Well, Rod Kafer said before that he thought Scott Vardy was the best on the park. I actually thought Stephen Moore was the best on park, but we're splitting hairs there. Not that there's a lot of hair on Stephen Moore's head, but terrific construction of that maul from the line out. Beautifully set up. They knew what they wanted to do all along. You can see him straight at the back. They transferred the ball to the back, and now they start to get the momentum going. The body height's low, and they're organised. Hurricanes defence can't quite get organised. Stephen Moore, brilliant stuff, deserves it.
The other thing here you'll see is that old school mauling technique of passing the ball back or transferring it. Stephen Moore gets the ball down. And we'll see Stephen Moore, the hooker, Kearns, will be delighted. We'll see lots of hookers scoring tries from that position rather than the open side. But what's interesting for the Brumbies is it'll be David Pocock typically ripping, and then he'll be the player in front of Stephen Moore. No one better staying on their feet in that situation.
Lealiafano. Again, he's got that radar working, and it is 38 points to 10. It is the Brumbies over last year's beaten finalists, the Hurricanes, and Stephen Moore, just the second Australian behind Nathan Sharp to play 150 games of Super Rugby. 14th year of Super Rugby as well. And now, here's an opportunity for Riccatelli to get up into the 22 for the Hurricanes. We know they're pretty good at hitting back. Arso. Lealiafano went low. Perenara. The feeder, and good work by the forwards, offloading before Thompson went to ground.
Some space wide. Brumbies defence coming across.
Riccatelli wrapped up by Kurandrani. And now via Fafita. Xavier hasn't been able to get into this game. Big Julian. Penalty.
Same picture. You're on the ball on the way down. It's not clear. You are on that on the way down, and your hands don't come off. No, it's the third penalty. You've got to get better yourself. Take control of it.
Well, maybe it's time to go to the bin because they're giving away plenty of penalties at the breakdown.
No, I've given you the picture. It's your responsibility. I've given you a picture. It's your responsibility. He's got the picture. It's not my issue, Stephen.
So the Brumbies defending now, and the Hurricanes desperate for a try to try and stay in touch. Go to the back to Shields. Good two-handed take. Vito breaks away off the back. Perenara. Towed through. Xavier. Eves. And they turn it over legally. Tamar. One-handed pass. A settler here from Sio. Right on the 22, and Adi Xavier raced in, and now the penalty.
Number 19 clearly obstructing defenders. Hey. That's too silly. 19. That's too silly one since he's come on. Sort him out.
There are two penalties against Jordan Smiler.
Yeah, pretty clear.
Scrum option.
Adi Xavier was running in to get in there, and bang, you can't do that.
Here's an opportunity now for the Hurricanes to hit back. Mihi Milner's scutter out on the right-hand side. Scrum's been under pressure for the Hurricanes. For Milner's scutter here, first off the ruck here, TJ Perenara trying to combine.
Milner's scutter, doubling round is Perenara, and now Jane throws it back in. Oh, and Perenara can't control the ball. And Scott Vardy, I tell you what, didn't have a lot of angle to work with there, but he bangs it into touch.
Thought he went a lot further than what it was. Corey Jane did well to get as far as he did. Popped it back inside.
Nice little run-around play there. TJ and Nihi working together. And almost an early tackle there, perhaps, from Thomas Kubeli on his opposite number. Scott Fardy says, "I'll take the big trusty right boot to it." Thomas Kubeli almost early. Referee says it was legal, very close.
That's why I saw it.
And the referee, I think, was right, because I thought it did come off Thomas Kubeli's hand. It was play on, so Fardy recognised it and kicked to touch.
Riccatelli. Adi Savia is going to be released for the New Zealand Sevens after 10 rounds of Super Rugby. And there's a mistake coming from Shield, so it's not happening for the Hurricanes in close. Under some pressure.
They're trying to get the ball to make Aiden Tour make a tackle. His shoulder's crook.
Sub 12.
Here's the knock on just here.
He was such a dominant running player last year. Brad Shields was so good in loose play, carried the ball brilliantly. Just tonight, no front foot ball. Brumbies, this choking defence that they've employed, the fast line speed.
Yep.
Combination of very low tackling with good line speed, getting players to ground. They haven't adjusted how they then work at the breakdown. The breakdown work, aside from that, when they've been in attack, has been excellent.
Crouch.
Hurricanes have made a change in midfield as well. 23 is on there. Willis Helaholo. He's replacing Nadi Laumapi. Cabello just waiting.
6 bound, 7.
Pops out now. Toa finds touch.
Still pressure on the Brumbies. Field position starting to really shift towards the Hurricanes. Brumbies have been very good at maintaining the discipline in defence in terms of line speed. Making some mistakes at the breakdown. Oh.
Get him moving, 9. 20. Okay, use.
Perenara to Barrett.
Oh, there's a mile forward.
And they cough it up anyway. And toads through. And now Aiden Toa. Savia gets back there, cleans up inside his own 22. There's the drive coming in from the Brumbies, and it's a turnover. And Pocock goes to ground. Pick and go here. Butler! Reaches out but couldn't get it down. Lost forward is the call. Game of centimetres. Oh, so close.
Gee, really great urgency from the Brumbies there. Defensively getting through, but the determination and they want to win this year.
It's the second time the Hurricanes have played that backline move, both as bad as each other. Timing all out. Haven't run it many times. Butler here is going to get super close. Could have rolled. Probably just placed it himself.
Hey, come up to the 5.
And you can look at the looks on the faces. I know they've bombed one, but their scrum's been on top, the Brumbies. They'll look to really apply pressure here through Scott Seo. Scotty Seo and Stephen Moore, who scrummaged so well together at the World Cup, they'll look to apply some pressure.
5. Set.
Defensive scrum for the Hurricanes. Free kick goes to the visitors, and Perenara takes it quickly. It's a replacement. Helaholo. Perenara picks up some metres. That'll be the Brumbies with the throw-in.
TJ getting a little bit frustrated with the referee.
Number 1 gold, sub.
Quite right. They said the Brumbies weren't back 10. They're about 3.5 metres back. I think I'm being generous. Asking for Another free kick.
Just while we've got this little break, I want to say hello to everyone, all of our friends in the beautiful islands of Fiji, and Tavita Kurandrani, Fijian-born, also
6+1.
Hilary Spate, Fijian-born. They're going to auction off the Brumbies jerseys after this match, raising money for those who lost so much in the wake of Cyclone Winston. Inside ball, and Spate was in the clear, but he went without it.
It's gone forward.
That's another classic training move where the forward
Number
pack
2,
thinks,
blue, sub.
let's
Time's off.
play ball distributor and look for an inside ball. It's not as easy against opposition. Steve Moore came around late. He was a bit loose. Henry Spate back on the inside. That'll work later on in the season when the timing's a bit better. What a game he's had in his 150th Guernsey.
Absolutely cracking game. The work rate, everything we expect from Stephen Moore, plenty of it. Some good running, good touches to the ball, showed some really good ball skills. Good scrummaging. No, complete game from Stephen Moore.
The absolute professional has decided he's going to play next season back at his old club, the Queensland Reds. Some said, well, what sort of year will he have with the Brumbies? Well, if tonight's anything to go by, it's going to be a cracking year again. 38 points to 10, Brumbies over the Hurricanes. Time running out for last year's informed team for most of the regular season, the Hurricanes. Now,
there's a yellow card.
Go for him. Not right on the way, straight through the ball. We've spoken about breakdown. No, not talking.
Taken a while, but the yellow card has finally come out.
Again, you want it quick, but I want to put him in the bin.
Tumua in the naughty chair.
That breeze seems like it's picked up, Cave, has it?
There is a little bit, yeah. It's been blustery, and here you can see Matty Tumua. He's trying to get out of there, but TJ Perenara knows that he's rolling straight through the middle. He wants to pick up the pace now, TJ. 18 minutes, still plenty of time for them to score some tries.
Overthrow, though. And Caballi ducked under one. They're driving behind him to get him to ground. Carter. Back it goes, Leo Leofano. Pops it over the top, and Xavier will Nascada. Oh, and he ducked into a high one there. No, he said it was around the shoulders. It's okay from Smiler. Xavier. Alaholo, and that's gone forward.
Yeah, definitely.
They're right in line with the referee, that one. All smiles from the Hurricanes. Number 18 is out there as well, Lonnie Uhila. He's a professional boxer. He calls himself the Tongan Bear. He's already had 2 pro bouts against the Brown Butterbean. And it's 1 victory apiece. Can't wait for the decider, the 3rd bout.
Who does the Brown Butterbean play for?
I'm not sure. But the Tongan Bear is out there.
Oh, and he is solid.
Rush. Bye.
64 minutes gone.
Sit.
I would suggest he's a heavyweight, Clarkie.
I think you'd be pretty spot on with that one. Good scrum again from the Brumbies.
That's really,
Cheering out the contest.
for a while there, very good control. And he's potentially, no, he's just going to walk him back 10. Hurricanes player kicked the ball downfield.
Don't do
in
that.
frustration.
Stop.
So with more off the field, Leofano is there to control things on his own, the co-captain. And down a man. Well, I was thinking they might point to the post. What do you make of that decision, Rod?
Well, there's no intention of this ball coming out to the back line, I can assure you of that, Clarkie. So when you've got your 12 in the sin bin, doesn't matter. This thing's not going past those 8
Man
forwards.
on the ground before you drive in. Don't go in the
And
air.
they'll continue to punch away here, Brumbies, if they can win it. The back line at this stage almost superfluous to the action.
Should be more of that.
It's been so effective for the Brumbies in recent seasons. This driving maul, and over the line they go. Try again! Might not be pretty, but gee, it's effective, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's...
The new man gets it as well. Josh Man Ray, and what a moment for him. It's his first try in Super Rugby, his 30th game.
Good on you, Josh. They set it up so well at the back. They keep it really tight at the front. See how it's so tight at the front, and it makes it easier for the guys driving at the back to have a platform. And as you shear off to the side, again, you just stay tight the whole way through. See the Hurricanes' defence is loose. Holes everywhere, easy to get through.
There's the conversion attempt from Leofano, and it's over again. 45 points to 10.
TJ, that's you.
What an emphatic statement the Brumbies are making in game 1 at home.
You better find the culprit.
TJ Perenara coming from the field.
No, captain.
Tamani off for the Brumbies as well, and gives an opportunity to Nigel Wong. Oh,
That's not a good one.
Aiden Toa off the side of the boot, and it's been cleaned up though by the Brumbies, so they can set it up again. Good run from Butler. That's a handy man to have in your squad. So Dowsett, the replacement scrum half, goes high, and
Oh,
there's a
Man
try.
Ray.
Bongo! Josh Man Ray. Oh, what's he want to do? He gives it to Dowsett.
Oh.
Back on the inside to Carter, and the Brumbies. It's a stampede in Canberra.
The desire to get to the football from the Brumbies tonight has been fantastic. They've wanted it, they've enjoyed it, and they're scoring it. The high ball up, we rarely see them miss, and Nihi Milner-Skunna couldn't get there in time. Look at the speed, look at the step, look at the skill there. Dowsett pops it back up, and Sam Carter.
It's a great grab from Sam Carter there. That had a bit of work to do to get the hand back at pace to get it, but 5 or 6 Brumbies really chasing that breakout hard. The bench loved it. They loved it. Steve Moore couldn't believe it.
And there's still time for more as Leofano adds the extra 2, so it's 52 points to 10.
Sorry, TJ said you'd take it over the captain's.
Gee, and what a surprise to see both finalists from last year lose. Very close one for the Highlanders as Artie Sevilla comes off. But this is a comprehensive loss from the Hurricanes.
And that didn't go the required 10 metres before it was played out by Shield. So Artie Sevilla is off and Gibbons is on.
Long way to go in the year, though, Clarkie.
Oh, yeah. No problem with that. And, of course, we've got the 4 conferences. So the playoffs will consist of 8 teams, and everyone's trying to get their head around that. Well, there's still a long way to go. Look for the Hurricanes to try and hit back next week when they take on the Highlanders in a rematch of the final. And Henry Spade, who's had a couple of 7s appearances for Australia in Dubai and Sydney, has been replaced by Andrew Smith, who is an old Brumby who had a stint in Europe, and now he's back. There he is there, Andrew.
Welch.
Played for Munster and also Montpellier.
5. Sit.
I wonder what the Waratahs are thinking at the moment also, Phil. They've got the job next week. Travelling down to Canberra to take on the Brumbies. He'll be full of confidence. Butler having another run off the back. Here's Vardy.
One goal angle.
No advantage, so it goes against Reggie Goods.
One goal. Oh, sorry, goal listed. Angle.
Ruhila in that case.
Leofardo finds touch.
Geez, that 2 tries while Tanua's been off the field, I think it was.
Great work by the Brumbies when they were down a man. Rod Leofardo's directed them pretty well with 10 on his back as well. Second highest point scorer in Brumbies history behind Sterling Mortlock. He'll be happy with his kicking and general play tonight.
Done a great job. Excellent 10.
So Pocock goes back and cleans that up. Dowsett goes into scrum half. And now it's Carter.
That guy's fine.
Pick and go from Carter again. It's stolen. Wide they go. Vito. Helaholo. Just can't get away from the tackle of Kurandrani. And the story of their night, via Fafita just managing to hold on, and now
Hand over.
to try some evasive skills. Taking it quickly now is Gibson Park, the former Auckland Blues scrum half. Oh, and Salvia. We've waited a while for that, but the big handoff.
Welcome back to Super Rugby, Andrew Smith.
Via Fafita. On the scutter, they just try and flick it on. Helaholo didn't work. And they're playing catch-up rugby at the moment, the Hurricanes.
Oh, and they're just rusty in terms of the shape they're trying to put together, the Hurricanes.
The thing about the Hurricanes is they've got a lot of improvement left in them. We're seeing a side that's had a lot of turnover of senior key people, particularly obviously the 2 centre pairing and others. And
Just take a step.
opportunity for them to get much better throughout the course of the year.
Okay, release now.
Dowsett with the box kick. Jane waits for it, takes it. Cross to Milner Scudder. There's one right over the top now to Arsol. Keeps it on the toe. Tamura's back from the sin bin. Comes back and Smith goes into scrum half and gives it to Toa. And now Sio. Turnover. Gibbons goes to ground.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Eves. Now, Uhula.
No, you're too late. There was a man over the top. Too late, man came over the top.
Scott Vardy
You're too
thought
late,
the
a
ball
man
was
came
out.
over the top. It's just a timing issue.
Bought the Brumbies a bit of time to get their defence back set.
Fafita.
No, 18.
Vito. Victor has signed a 3-year deal with La Rochelle in France from next year. And on that far side, they've threatened on occasions, but it's just not going to plan, is it? Brad Shields that time just couldn't control
Lock
it.
on. Option. You can have a line out or you can have a scrum. Hang on, I'm hearing two different things.
Shake of the head there from Brad Shields. 6 tries last season, and most runs by any Kiwi forward in Super Rugby in 2015 as well. Brad Shields in jersey 6. It's Man Ray. Throws, and Carter straight down to Dowsett. Butler. Tamua off the side of the boot.
One area that's been poor for the Brumbies tonight have been their exits out of their 22. They've really lacked that ability to get out comfortably, send the ball long with a good kick chase. Typically only ever getting the ball back and the opposition receiving it right at about halfway or better. It hasn't been great. It'll be an area that Steve Larkin will want to work on.
The pass over relied on the boot of Nick White and also the big left boot of Jesse Mogg, both playing for Montpellier in France at the moment. And the penalty goes to the Hurricanes, and he'll go to the pocket again.
Same thing. You haven't changed. Yeah, behaviour hasn't changed. You're on the ball the whole way through and never release it.
So Pocock, that's the end of his match tonight. He won't be back. And again, the Brumbies down a man.
Should have gone to the bin in the first half, Clarkie. Gets it here. You watch. He'll make the tackle. He's on the ball the whole time. Never did he release that player. Was barely back to his feet. Was all over the ball. That's the way he plays. That's his game. Andrew Lees hasn't liked it at all tonight. Just hasn't had the adjustment. He'll shake the head and say, I'm doing what I always do. Andrew Lee's not happy with that execution of his technique.
So Blade Thompson, Hurricanes, looking to finish this match with a bit of a flourish. To take a bit of confidence into that final rematch next week. But they can't clear it out of there. And so it's going to be a put into the scrum for the Brumbies.
Yeah, the discipline of their defence for the full 80 has been very, very good from the Brumbies. That's really been the key to their victory. When they've forced turnovers from the Hurricanes, 9 times out of 10, they've been able to take advantage of it in a major way.
Not coming out. Form up, please. Crouch. Five. Set. No stability. Straight.
It's been pretty consistent throughout the match, as Andrew Lees.
It's a bit overextended there. Just get him up.
Scrum time and a breakdown.
What about the Hurricane scrum? So there's no Dane Coles, no Franks in the front row this year either.
No, it's a big loss for them, Franks.
Fine. Set.
Broadhurst still to come back.
Penalty count's gone in the favour of Hurricanes, 12-7. They can't really complain there.
That time it was Michael Dowsett, replacement scrum half with the clearance kick.
Line out.
On the other hand, Phil Alatoa, he got a start in the front row.
Yeah, did very well also.
And also Leslie Macon got out there as well on debut. So they've still got Ben Alexander there. And Scott Seo, a couple of youngsters coming through. And a big tackle on that occasion from the Brumbies, but it is the Hurricanes now looking to have the final say. So pops one over, picked up by Jane. Corey Jane went into Kurandrani. Jefferson Gibson Park looking for runners. Vito, Riccatelli. Again, it's Kurandrani making the tackle. He ripped the ball out. It's play on. siren sounds. Oh, and the big man has put it down, the Tongan bear.
Not by gold, then by blue.
Lonnie Uhila, full time. And the Brumbies, an emphatic victory in their season opener in front of 11,000 fans in Canberra. They led by 24-3 at half-time. And full-time, 52 points to 10. Most tries they've ever scored in a season opener in the history of Super Rugby.